bëgg lépp loo xam ne bëgg ngeen ko ci ay bagages yoo xam ne da ngeen daan sax yónnee ba Afrique ngir di ko fa amee jaratul loolu daw leen gaaw ñëw fii ci Pdois African Market di ngeen ko fa rek daal di amee rawati nag jigéen ñi nga xam ne seen i sew-sew ak seen i bagages yi nga xam ne dañu koy bëgg mu jaral leen di yónnee fu sori jaratul loolu daw leen dem ci Pdois African Market ma nga fa ay diw ay saabu ak lépp loo xam ne boo leen ko jëfandikoo seen kanam di gën di bell taar wi di gën di ñëw allah ji di leen gën a nopp boo leen demee ci Pdois African Market di ngeen ko fa rek fekk waaye it ku wax jigéen wax waañ lépp lu leen soxla ci ay ndugg ngir am ndugg mu jaar yoon ndugg mu yaatu te yemb ngir boo leen toggee yekk lu neex boo leen demee ci Pdois African Market di ngeen ko fa rek daal di fekk xale boobu di jooy ci wet gi defe ni dañ ko fàtte déedéet Pdois African Market amal na la fi ay produits yu baax boo ñëwee fii yaay booy bu ñëwee jëndal la dina la jëndal ay bagages yu baax yoo xam ne boo ko lekkee dina gën a baax ci sa wér-gu-yaram waaye dina la gën a yokk sa li nga xam ne mooy sa màggaay yow mi nga xam ne da nga yëngu ci diine bëgg ca diine lool amal nañ la fi ay bagages boo ñëwee ñu jaay la sijaada jaay la satala waaye lépp loo xam ne day gën a ñoŋal diine yi boo ñëwee rek am na fi.
Our community need this. Our people need this.
yow mu may déglu naan nan laay def ba jokkoo ak ñoom déglu ma wax la lii Everett Mall foofu lañ nekk mbaa ma jox la seen ndomba nga call leen ngir ñu teg la ci yoon 425 374 7807 425 374 7807 ak Pdois African Market coono jeex na mbégteeg bànneex kese.
cey Afrika billaay ñun ñoo metti den dee toog la gëmloo suñ boppa dara te kenn mënut laa wax fu mu jógee.
askan wi génn leen ñu pengu jee fagarlu moo gan fajoo yaay mooy li ñuy
ñu bëri ñu ne pengu coronavirus bi dafay tax ba doo mën a am doom te amuñ ci benn firme kon fexe leen ngeen dem pengu ji pour aar seen boppa ak askan bi.
fagarlu moo gan fajoo yaay mooy li ñuy
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest. If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
Assalamualaikum mbokk yi te tamit ñoo leen fi delluwaat rek lii di Birr-Gambia show bi ngeen di am fii bés bu nekk tey nag ñu fi nekk Serif Konte la ak Lamine Cissé suma édito bi tey moom laa fi indi nag comme nuñ leen ko dee defal rek bés bu nekk ñu ñëw fii from Monday to Thursday indi leen topics yoo xamante ne dañ important very interesting topics yoo xamante ne Gambian yi bëgg nañ ci xam dara Gambians are interested to know those kind of topics whether inside the country here or outside. So today we'll be here. The topic we bring for you guys here is Honorable Halifa Sallah's resignation from active politics. Balaa maa dem si kanam rek ma bàyyi leen ak Lamine Cissé mu nuyu wante ak yéen rek Lamine.
Abarka baga sirifu mbadi ngol ngal be kon don Gambian Talents TV to comme sirif konte afa nyamen dom abole nyama Gambian Talents TV lam mi musolat mi yalan ko comme ka kali kabo tenal lungna kadabula arjimo kam ka ko wol nata la milalan ko wala be kerim banko kan milalan ko wala be deni hada madilla balu wala milalan ko nata gambe banko kan jibe comme afa nyamen dom bi be men kacala wala na kaca damu mendi wala Honorable Halifa Sallah comme afa nyamen ngajele afuntita wala kibarol fundira social media ka itandi ko aparetale ka fu mole bye bye wala kasarodi Gambia ding na ni nata na politiko karola wala doron ka bye odi ka itandi molla ko nyin temel sa fana bi kala back bench hannata man active in politiko kono back bodden coming active nyamen politiko kono, that is before obe kala fenen me ka falina so natal don kawkol ning ta ka kacale pour ning ale nyo so hakilola me alon ko be den Halifa Sallah ni retirement from active political ring kon.
Abarka bake Lamin, abarka bake hani kami nse continue doron comme nga fo nyamin ali alon nyame honorable Halifa Sallah molem mi alon ko mokumari mbalem Gambia la politiko kono andung molem mi alon ko asobe abatale Gambia la interest be ko kundento akala fe kalo wala kaje ko pour kaje ko wetama andung molem mi alon ko fanan e Gambianul la hadama dimul la nyanto a tankale Halifa Gambianul mi alon ko Lamin wuluta Gambia janne anatata kabring menta anatata America kata ka sociology londo ni ko sociology londo wem hadama dingol ni la society kama nyamin hadama dingol la karang ani la society kama nyamin sabo kamala bira londo sudo anatana murunjang around 1970s mafon kono kana murunjang pour kana gambenul makoy kam makoy development wala karola kam makoy political wala karola kam makoy wona nyola oto hani kabi mba tentula mba jela o kula doron barlamin hani kabi janim be jampala kadu nga yela molle pour isela mirol fo aning mol kuma kala ko mi mol bulu pour isafo Halifa yemil ba tentula min ba jela kadu ngalo ne ko ani mo jamal le bulo du nyobula ani mo jamal le du ko ke intemola oto kamalam de lino yellale pour mol je commandro ke ila miro munti ani lafta mem fola isafa ani kabi momo lafta ka pour ka kolke ka joining programme auto ise 7949214 commandi 7949214 7949214 isa commande pour ka jonna en programme auto Lamin 2016 ngajele bring president ya Jammeh former president ya Jammeh bira balanta pour ka ji ya win election wala baranta pour ka ji banko dunta nyoto banko kolea sembo warta mul silata bira balanta akate jila bari ngajele wutembola mo jamal nata Halifa lo wotembol la fon adun Halifa bijane brin jawara la jamano bad 2016 lem nsa fo dindingol jamal ya long ko sabo kamala kumul mil ay stepsol melta ay stepsol melta pour kaje ko pour kamol jisolande lamin wotembola naka diamo akete ite kamuna fil wotembola
wala abarka ba ka sirifu coming ya fo nyamen dorom ndolo mudin nen lati na Gambia ko jibe because ni ajibe del sanmu bora ko kan ma minal ko le kering wala sanmu be political follow kan akata nyame bango kan ya fa nyame don 2016 wala follow de minal ko anda fanan nga active wala nga ko koros ibita kan bango kan nyame ni ajibe o tembola coming be alo nyame Halifa Sallah o tembo atla mo de minal ko be active rim bage nina na kabanko ding ta ke sabarindi ka itandi molla ko altengum ko everything is under control so o tumola Halifa kada modi mian ko akoros ala mola asute bak banko kan janne nina na tiling nyimma fa na damian ko ka banko ding ta ke sabarindi ka itandi la ko banko be is under control comme ya itan le don jani election o nyum fanga sita le men fo wala nyindiko because mol ka folo ko carte fa we cannot get ya jambita bono banko kanjang ani through ballot box la so it come from during the campaign well just go and vote, then you go and sit down at your homes. So kera fendi me alon ko moli ela ko molni la moyle andum ko na ka nyal fana mol na karto fay birim paro kera itara sila suwal kon yela moy ay ko ni buletol bul kera fendi me alon ka biral ba because ni mo wala ke fana modul se fundino le isna aggression fenge wala banko isna dum in a chaotic situation. So ni la nyu ko mol me alon ko mol ke la moy la kera ko fendi me alon ko ma barra ube sotota no Halifa Sallah ko sabula kam because ay talla kaw ni fundi mole wala be tare diolta o tembola abe kolar mbaka la nimmi jibe studio sono banko kam because membe fundi la abe fundi la ka hani kata diamu rediable don ka banko banko din ta ke diamu di kaitan dila ko al tenkun ko be tara tenkun din nga ko woni buleto buldron abakela molti milan ko kilin kilin nal mo jamata hanyina o tembola pour ye fundi eta ya fo bo si fal kela because to mom be nga jele nimmen ka fundi wala ka diamu man sakunda ni man sakunda ko mo non fo ita buka so ko mo wala ita fana ke fan sun tafo nga jele men kala o mari nyol kan so halifa kera mo milan ko ke kende abala tamandi gambe banko kanjang wo watu wala
wotem bola ngalo ne ntenite mboka diamu no
no
awanso ne ano ani kabi bari mo be buka mandin ka kango fono mo be ma moy falang this is your Birr-Gambia show that comes your way on every Monday to Thursday. Like you all know, those that used to be around today, some of them are busy on other things. And as a result, we have an obligation to proceed with the Birr-Gambia show that people enjoy, the Gambians enjoy from the country here to outside. Today, the topic we brought here is Honorable Halifa Salah's resignation from active politics. We all know Halifa Sallah. Since 2016, the impact, or before 2016, in fact, since 1980s, when Sadaura Kairaba Jawara was ruling this country, the impacts Halifa Sallah did were too much. We all know Halifa is a sociologist, somebody who have a sociologist ideology, went on an education to United States. From there, he came back to the country here in the Gambia here to help people in politics, in terms of development, in terms of humanity. He is a great person, we can say. But before we go further, we would like to give you guys the numbers for you guys to call. Anybody who wants to contribute to this program can call and contribute your opinions. Your opinions are very important in this program. You can call this number 7949214 7949214. In 2016, we've seen how Halifa impacted. In 2016, we've seen how Halifa's impact on the politics of this country, in terms of giving people, in terms of educating the Gambians, the importance of taking a decision when President Yahya Jammeh refused to step down after being defeated with so many votes. Halifa was the spokesperson of the government by then. A lot of us were quiet. Some of us are quiet, and some even run away from this country. Some, as a result, some lost their life. But by then, like the way my colleague one of my colleagues was here in Maninga, by then, talkers were not too much, and people run away from this country. And Halifa went on to educate Gambians the importance of taking decisions. Gambians should not be afraid when it comes to selecting their leader. After election has been already declared, and Yahya Jammeh has been declared, and somebody who's supposed to leave the office, President Adama Barrow should take. Gambians already take the decision, but then it became very difficult. It became very difficult for us as the president ended up refusing to step down. So Halifa, at that moment, became the voice of all the Gambians, speaking for the Gambians and speaking for the Gambians and communicating to the wider world at large. So we thank him for that. We thank him for that. When it comes to assembly, Lamin, still ngarama niga kawana rek nin nata assembly to tajele Halifa ka argument on golla no sabo la ka menke assembly to watu la ka siale bari fu musa fo no le ko mi adaw nyo sabo li buka na faso.
all right sirfa yin karo yin kuma bada but before me now I just want to go back to the 2016 presidential election. I'm coming here for Nyameng. Halifa Moltimiaronko, he was the then mouthpiece of the coalition government, plus that's the eight candidates, political parties. So Nina Rajibe Utumola, rumors here about her. So Akeda Fendimiaronko, it's very important. You know, information information about the Kadi Haramading it's very important. So Tembola Nung Halifa was very proactive in the disclosure of information because there are many fake news circulating around because so you can see they said the soldiers have already entered the country, things like that, the economic by then, so you had all sort of this thing, news that they are around the phonies, they are this, they are that, they are that. But then Halifa Sallah was very well communicating, giving us reliable information mila lon ko woldum to not. So akara fendi mila lon ko ala taro nyin kwala sono kono, it's definitely important, because comme nganyel mem fanya wol be kala fendi mila lon ko ning doli e kibaro nyimo, because modol bije man hani ni amo dro ko ila jet fighter duntal things like that. Well, these rockets have already in our airspaces. So amorul bija ke silandi bakel, but the nina na these words of peace dom ya melalon ko Halifa bo wala bondi la ke janjandi mole banko kam oka ke fendi melalon ko ka ke ba jamal lela ila tensiono nyintala. So Halifa la taro nyindanda kuma bar. So coming to the National Assembly, or the Parliament, ila agreement melalon ko kawla sorje. So Halifa la taro je from it's very very important, because last time I remember when they were doing the proceedings of the draft constitution. So when they already did the proceedings, and then Halifa was coming out, I was there, and I asked him a question. So what was the fate of the Gambia now that the constitution has been thrust out of the parliament? He said it's still left to the Gambians. For him, before this draft constitution will even come out, Halifa what stance was, let them amend, let them check the constitution, that's the 1997 constitution, and check some of the things that can be amended. Let them amend them instead of going in for a new constitution. So you can see, but then the majority of them were all in for the new constitution, that we want to also in a new republic. So more baby how did well a new republic, So then Halifa la kumo man na ke fendi mialon ko mol mama, but then Halifa mol mialon ko mol nyanda kela moyala. Yes,
it was
very important, yeah.
But
More margin on, because in that case, this is the amount of money mialon ko you spend pour kanyin constitution ota ka adada, that is the draft constitution bill, and like fendi mialon ko it's not alive. One can say it's not, it's just dead. And now but then we can say it's still sleeping. It might come to life, but then it's still sleeping. So not a normal Halifa kumola moy, we can economize the money that is going to be just amendment. We can always amend. Yes,
and then the money
will be used for another.
develop
Yes,
things.
another things. Yes, then Halifa, he's just.
What you are saying is very interesting, Lamin, and what you are saying is very balaa ñuy dem si kanam rek comme ñëpp mënuñoo làkk soose ak English, so su ko defee suñ bokkee olof yi programme bi nag Birr-Gambia Sallah moo fi dee ñëw every Monday to Thursday. Tey nag topic buñ fi am moo nekk Honorable Halifa Sallah resignation am from active politics. ñun xam nañ ne Halifa lu mu def si politique si Gambia in terms of development, contributions yu mu def si wàllum teach nit ñi, jàngal nit ñi importance of politics, lu tax politics important, lu tax jël decision important, and some of the decision yoo xamante ne dañ ko dee jël def dee against yeneen decision yi, waaye at the end of the day Gambia ni dañ ko dee against, waaye lan moo dee happen at the end of the day dañ dee mujjee gis dégâts bi comme kii nu mu ko waxee rek, comme kii nu mu ko waxee. Example boobu typical example boobu moo nekk draft constitution buñ kickoon out of the parliament. Halifa was totally in against of that constitution. Mune before Gambians see them spend a lot of million try pour in the word Benin constitution. Why not constitution in 1997 constitution bi? Why not ñu jël ko amend ko génnee fa loi yi nga xamante ne ñoo baaxuñ daal amuñ solo, ñu génnee fa ñu dugal fa loi yoo xamante ne important nañ. Why not ñu def loolu because gis nañ government President Adama Barrow di ñëw, a lot of people were claiming that the government amuñ xaalis, dara nekkut fa. Loolu lañ daan dégga moo nekkoon nit ñi loolu lañ doon wax always fu nekk xaalis nekkut fi, even government officials yi dara nekkut fi, xaalis nekkut fi. So before Gambian city spend a lot of million on trying to construct or come up with another constitution, why not ñu jël 1997 constitution bi ñu amend ko def fa loi yoo xamante ne dañ baax yu oot si ñu génne leen ko fa. Why at that moment people were against Honorable Halifa Sallah because lan la nit ñi lu mu doon wax nit ñi ñu bari most of us ñu bari gisuñ ko. Why at the end of the day, lan mo happen? We end up spending a lot of millions on that constitution. But lan mo happen? They kick it out of the assembly. I'm not you don't want this, huh? Copy and paste la constitution in Gambia, draft constitution be copy and paste la from Kenya. I'm not you don't want fee. So at the end of the day, look at the most interesting thing out of that constitution is boom ñëwé député yi dañ ko kick out of the assembly. So one ñu doon against Halifa amatuñ lu ñëw because lala lu mu doon wax ne xaalis bu ñu doon xaalis bu ñu war a spend foofu noonu ñu spend ko si beneen development we end up spending that money there xaalis bi dañ ko spend there at the end of the day aim bi achieve wuñ ko moo nekk constitution bi adoptuñ ko. So still now country bi mu ngi dem si ay a lot of jafe-jafe yu bari is because of constitution bi still now dañu war a liggéey si kawam dañu war a make sure Lamin mbebula topic doto hanika bi Halifa la resignation o kabo politiko to because Gambia I think until solata opposition lela mini alonko be preso la government kan pour kaje ko banko solata menna wala banko dingol solata menna masakunda make sure I wolke nanata karangola karola nanata jata kende ala karola nanata na pour ka kodo spend pour funding ke le karang funding ke la capacity ye bill solata politician wala men be aussi fa kala and Halifa most of all argument ol aka kejuma de pour dindingol and ka make sure ka mol ka development okay barsilang people like Halifa ning Gambia fota wala la assembly kono itala miroto abe mun kusifa le kenola itala miroto lamin
akuma batale pour mole alongo nyama politician or coming and journalist all they are both doing a similar work because Najibe they are all there to save the work of the government. That's the direction that the government is taking. Like if the government is trying to take this direction that is not proper, that the journalists will hold the government that hey this is not the way or this is not the right way. So it's a similar work that the oppositions also are doing because they are also doing the same thing. But then the only different thing there one might say is the opposition they might have a stake in the government. That is they are people who are with an interest. They have an interest in something. But then for journalists we don't have that interest there. So that might be the only difference. So nina na opposition la karo jibe especially Halifa Sallah ala taro Gambia banko ka wala ala taro na National Assembly adim fana in active politics akuma batan because najibe there are certain bills melanko when they come into the National Assembly we don't have more people melanko they vote on this majority basis that the majority will always carry the vote. So Hani Halifa object the bill if the majority are always saying yes, it's always a problem to make any progress that is going to have a great a good impact on the life of the people. So akuma bara we have more people like Halifa and they will not be always there to say yes. Anything that comes, they just stamp it and say yes. This because of what they have an interest in the government or they have a stake in it. So people of those kind of people ikuma bara pour nyeso na National Assembly, that is Halifa. So abukele fendi we might have somebody to replace him, but abukole alabakel mele alonko they will you see Halifa is somebody that is very constant. He has always been transmitting the same message, very 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 constant in whatsoever he is doing. We've seen a lot of politicians mele alonko just a day difference. Today they will say this, tomorrow next tomorrow they will say another thing different. So but Halifa we've seen we've not seen a manner of such in him. He will say this last year or 3 years back, he's saying the same thing this year, that is 5 years back. The message that he's sharing with people will be the same message. But then we've seen a lot of them they will say this thing today, just a couple of days later they will change again. You wonder what kind of politicians we are having. People who will never honor their words. They will say this thing today.
Yeah, you mean inconsistency.
Yes. Yeah. So it's very important that we have more people like Halifa in our National Assembly. That will not be always saying yes to everything. anything
Yeah.
that comes. And then if you look at him also, anything that is not in for the interest of the people, Halifa is not always in for that. But then our National Assembly members or some of us, we will always consider our interests
First.
above anything. And that's not the reason they are in that National Assembly. They are there to represent us. You know, you cannot be there, I cannot be there. No, all of us cannot be in the National
Yeah,
Assembly.
but we are
It's limited to people. That is why it is called the House of Representatives.
Representatives.
They have to go there and represent us.
You are talking about something that is very important, Lamin, here. It all boils down to greediness, I think, sometimes. Because if people voted for you and take you to the assembly, and you are there, at the end of the day, you even forget about there are people representing. You are only there for your pocket, traveling, doing everything possible. And when the election comes again, you try to come back to people to convince them. But you said, likes of Halifa, they are very consistent in whatever they are doing. And that's what we need in the Gambia here. We need politicians who are genuine, who are ready to work for this country, who are ready to help this country, not politicians who will be there for their pockets. Let's take an example, Lamin. For instance, when the vehicles came, the pickups, those vehicles came to the assembly there for the deputies. We've seen all other parties, I think, they all were able to take that, Lamin. They all were able to, they were all able to take those vehicles except Halifa. What is that telling? What is that telling, Lamin?
You know, Halifa, I attended one of their press conferences. Halifa said if he should win this election, before election, he said if he should form a coalition with any political party and they happen to win the election, the enjoyment is not going to stop at only them or the sharing, like what they used to do when we come together to form a coalition, and then after winning the election, we will decide on the positions. You will be the president, I will be the minister of this, somebody will be the minister of this. Halifa said that's not how they are. If they should form a coalition with anybody, this is not how they will work this time around. This time around, the sharing will have to reach to the layman, those that voted in for them.
That man sitting at the village there.
Yes, the sharing must reach to every individual that voted, or whether you vote for them or not. The sharing will reach to everybody. It's not going to be like you are the minister, you are the people that are the head. So when sharing, you are the ones that will also going to get the positions. He said that's not how their government is going to work. And then he also said if he should win, he will only serve for only 5 years. That is one term. Then he will resign and allow another election to come in. So it's just rather unfortunate that Gambians, we are not listening to Halifa Sallah that enough, or we might be listening to him, but then
it's not genuine.
It's not
genuine.
Yeah.
You mean it's not genuine?
I even came across a campaign on Facebook. It's not like a campaign, but then somebody wrote that anyone that lives in the provinces, that is 2017, and you were elected as a National Assembly member by your people, you decided to come into the urban area, you rented a house, or you built a compound in here, and you migrated with your family, everything you pack and then come here. You've never visited your people. They should not vote for you again. Anybody that has did something similar to this, nobody should vote for you. But then I was sitting in Bakau. There was a day some people came in, the National Assembly members. I don't even know them, because these are people that will never go to their communities after election. That's the hard fact. During election, it's common. Even our politicians, they are all the same. They will never go to the communities and check whatsoever is happening there. It's very few of them that will go back to their constituencies and then see what are the things that are happening in there. But then very few will do such thing. You come and pass with your parliamentarian or your representative, somebody that is representing your interest in the parliament. You don't even know the individual. You cannot even recognize them, because what they are never in the community. They don't even interact with the people. They will only show up once they need your vote. And this has been the norm since our politicians, that those vying for the presidency, are doing the same thing. Still now, it's everything boils down again. It's like a trickle down effect, like Mr. Juf used to say. From the presidents, those vying for the presidency, to the National Assembly, to the local government, you'll only see them when they need your vote. if you give your vote to them, that's all. You will never see them again. You come pass by them, you will not know if these are your representatives, those that are supposed to represent your interests. If you don't know my interests, you don't know what is affecting me in our community, how will you be able to go into the National Assembly and say these are some of the things that are affecting my people, my constituency. These are their needs. How are you? Though they are not there to provide our needs, that's not their role. But then they are supposed to
no,
enact
but
or implement
Lamin,
policies that are going to.
let me come in there. What you are trying to say here, Lamin, I think that one also is important because if you have to help people, you cannot just got up one day and be a president, or one day and be a vice president like that. I think at village level or constituency level, these people that are coming for positions, there should be people who are there volunteering for their communities, doing doing some other things for people there in the community, and they should be even recognized by people living in that community. How can you just sit there at the town there until the time of election and you try to come and convince people, vote for me, vote for me? I think it's becoming very common, Lamin, because a lot of I can see people going back to their villages. Like you said, some of them we are sitting here for a lot of maybe years, but they can go back and seek for people's vote. At the end of the day, when they are voted in, at the end of the day, what happened? They will not represent people's interest. So I think it's all, I mean, you are talking about honesty in general. That's what I'm seeing here. It's all about honesty. So it's also very important, but I think people should try to punish them. That's what I can put it. That's how I can put it. Because, Lamin, definitely, if I am to vote for you and you are representing me, so you don't represent my vote, or you don't represent my voice, or you are not representing me genuinely. Next time, if you come to me, Lamin, again, you want a vote, I'll not vote for you. I'll try to vote for another person. I'll give chance to another person. So it's very important. What you are saying here is very important. Hani kabi mba fola mole iba number menko la pour kamabe nying kajato 794-9214 794-9214 Halifa Sallah ala resignation of kabo politiko kono mbole kachala jang hani kabi alse kumandiro kono la alla miro la faje Lamin saying move the manding sa ngajele saying dindingol melwe na kam pour kana place holta assembly kono pour kana ila community constituency pour kana represent because kebale botaje right now thing anu ngalong saying abitala nyaming kebale botaje la dindingol binawo nyamale o dindingol fanang Lamin isi muna fono wole because it's very important men ka fintije akumata nyaming men fanang kana o fanang nyanta fen sotola nole mbe men folawol fane pour isa moyno
ya kuma bara pour dinding ni ba wuli kan ka jubero ke molla melalon ko wolle be santo so it will fana ba kan nang we are encouraging them it's first going to their political parties melalon ko wolle be fonko itel fenkela pour yena National Assembly because some of them are going through the political parties, some are going through independent. So akuma bara pour ning political party melalon ko albe selection okela alkana mol select melalon ko you know what is happening in this country is they are selecting our parliamentarians through the work they are doing for the political party. That's how they are selecting them, and that's not how this selection should go. Those that are competent enough to be there, those are the people that we used to select them. But then you look at somebody and said this one has been working for the party for a very long time, and you know this individual
politics of compensation, huh?
Yes, we want to compensate.
Politics of compensation.
We want to compensate through giving him a position or him or her a position. That's not how these things should work. These are people that are representing the interests of the people. So it must not be every Tom, Dick, and Harry that has to go into the National Assembly. We have to look into these selection criteria and then select people that are competent enough to be able to serve the interests of the people, not those that will be given 500 assist and then they will say yes. Anything that comes on their way, they will just stamp on it and go on their way without critically looking into critically looking into the things.
Yeah.
Those that are not able to do that, they shouldn't allow those people to go in for our National Assembly election. So nindinil fana me alon ko ibnakam akuma battle pour for them to guide their integrity if they want to be the likes of Halifa Sallah. even Sida Jara also, there are rumors that he should also resign, like, or retired, like Halifa Sallah did, but then he just released something that his age would not stop him from going into
Age
national
is doesn't
assembly.
number. Huh?
Yes, his age doesn't matter.
Mm.
For him, what matters is if has the ability to do the work, or he can do the work, he's willing, and then the people that he's supposed to represent also voted for him, then nobody will stop him from going into national assembly. He will go and do whatsoever he supposed to do.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
that's supposed to be the spirit. So the young ones also that are coming up, coming off and drum, if let them try and guide jealously their integrity. It's very important. Akamuti nyale akamode dale. Na ni keda fendi mela ko mela integrity guard back. Bikala ila career te jamfala. It will be very short, because those monies mela ko minakang, if you ni hawjira kata kodo noma. Dauda, anywhere you are, you first want to consider money. You will feel short. Ila career jamfala. So let us always give a deaf ear, and then a blind eye to this money, because aka molla career tinyale. Nina te kodo dila andung. This is a place me alonko. It's very important. This is where our most important decisions are taking place. Things that will affect the lives of the people. Long term effect. It will have a long term effect on the people, because 5 years manke molka fala tariata la bara manke fenti fana mela ko asudiata. So ni be decision kala, it should be based on decision mela ko. It's going to abe betala na kala fendi mela ko. It will be only their interest, because for them maybe they might have some privileges over the ordinary citizens, but then that shouldn't make them to make decisions they will in the wrong run, or even immediately will affect the people that have already entrusted you with that position. Position in dealer, it ain't attack more you never care about them again. You just forget about it. Then you do anything that just favors you. So we are encouraging them also to at the National Assembly. God knows who will be there, but then anyone who finds himself there, him or herself there, you should try by all means and do what is supposed to be done.
Yeah, what is expected of you.
Yeah.
Lamin, we have this in from Standard. Some a person, Albert Hobart, has to write this, and Standard just published it. Very interesting piece that I will read here. It says Honorable Halifa Sallah did his adult life and what it will take many men to accomplish in many lives. He said a lot in the columns of Foroya, at symposia, a lecturer circuits, and on the political platform for People Democratic Organization for Independence and Socialism, the party he co-founded with like-minded Gambians. And he is something, a big man, not big in brown or wealth, but in ideas and what he represents. Halifa is a symbol of all that is good in Gambians. The conventional wisdom is politicians are immoral, unconscionable, unethical, unprincipled, and unscrupulous. But together with his friends, Halifa has shown through his words and actions for nearly 2 score years that politicians can in fact serve as a conscience of their nation and be symbols of moral rectitude, integrity, conscientiousness, truth. He speaks and weighs his own of conviction, and he is a brave man who always speaks, even when few dares to speak, even at great dangers to his persons. This was the case during the Jame witch hunt, and Gambians will forever remain indebted to him for his role in managing the political impasse, giving birth to a new Gambia from the throes of Yahya Jammeh's dictatorships. In fact, one of the failures of Barrow's administration and the new Gambia is the premature in the run-up, the December 2021 presidential election, which he contested, Halifa said, if he loses, he will be the last time. It will be the last time he will seek elective political office in the Gambia. He said more or less the same thing once before, but this time there is a finality to his tone and countenance. He loses and graciously concedes and announces he was departing. It went on to say, last night during the final session of the current parliament, like the you have a call, Lamin. You can take that one. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll proceed. And it says, last night during the final session of the current parliament, like the good soldiers he blew his last reveal and bowed out. His colleagues, allies, and sparring partners alike rode on their tables to acknowledge the sterling contribution of the Tukulor Jambar. He will be missed in the new parliament that will come into being after the 9 April polls. But we hope many more new Halifas will be in the new parliament because we need a vibrant legislature, people by men and women of time and caliber like Halifa Sallah for our democracy to thrive. Lami, how can you analyze this piece of writings?
Yes, I coming basically Abela for Halifa from starting to the end. I meant for Halifa quarter drunk. There is no makeup among them for Jamia and Komosafole. You've never lay your hands on it. So akuma bara I meant for them. Halifa la tab from our National Assembly. Coming baby what do we hope we have more of him in the National Assembly. Candidate will so far. Hopefully if those people should be in our National Assembly, we will have effective outcomes of their proceedings because they will always be there to say yes or no. Anything that comes you said yes, anything that comes you said yes. So we have more of Halifa Sallah in our National Assembly at Tatale, but then we hope to see more of his more people that will be coming. They will always be like him. Then they will always be on the right part. I better always.
Yes. I mean, after I say message old Jube, comment old man Jube, more fun than Miro Mementi, so Anikabi Manual, Anikabi, no more mental women call 7949214 7949214 Katamin Nabi, Marona Kumata Bakele, Katung, Mumi Alonko, Ameta ka doko ke banko ele, Ameta ka banko dingol de male, Ameta ka banko funning kill la kango, Ameta ka tankale, Kaji ko etama, Ameta ka presola masakunda kane, Kabiring Sala Keraba Jawala Masakunda kono kanafo, President Jamela Masakunda kono, kanafo, Jim President Anamo Barola Masakunda kono, preso like and Kaji ko yellow kaje ko yellow funding ke लिए ka funding ke makoy ka pour kaje ko ka foire bay nyim banko kanjang oto kamala umo sifa na be fonyola funsa kata Gambia ay kukendol melke ngol dolfo ngi banke bari nga kola do soto le jang hani bi assalamu alaikum bading assalamu alaikum
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Alveri.
Mbadi todi mano ani ba komandiro la mentole.
Ngo Ibrahim la mbe komandiro la Sweden.
Yo, iba komandiro la Sweden. Yo, ite mune soto pour ka banke Halifa la koto.
Well Halifa xam nga rek tan la ko banku lin ken dole hala banku lin diale ta itande doron. So ndami expect dal na député ko do membe i replace la at least nyanda kala ko Halifa nyol be nyamen non because alota la banko e pakele. So along mobi along almost we talking about like 2 tickets 3 almost sanjitan saba abe banko la nyanto kelela. So nde ala kuma killing la ma wala kambalo pari during this campaign nako e wulu fo are yakono ye kibaya fo are yakono ye fa fo are yakono ala wodo la kamma ba kale Halifa ñol dol la alman sula député la mi bokk Halifa Sallah ñol si fal it they are already play their part so something the expect funding kel bul dal mi be la palaso tala dal just am nga kana ku kile wala maje na banko je dunia beta kan bankol bita kan mul ma tay mo soto so bari dalon ndolla banko kala nyam ngalen ka député tombo nyam député atele ko matani président o fangoti because ila luwa banko la kinyanta kata manyantol minna député la ko sa hali président fo buka ukeno amo sembo soto so ate député ka nyi luwa milandi nya ko ton kabla minno ma wala kana ate président o fango govern so be gambe dingol
gambianol man kino man sati ma tombonno e man carte fay pour ay kanye fa tata e fonyo itala miro to abe gambia cost la munela
well abe gambia cost gambia have a high price and aka min fango jo in terms of leadership fango overall net la be jube from presidency down to for deputy for the last thing coming from Masakunda because people like Halifa eka kumo min from molle wala be banko na fala well bari sangitan sa people don't listen to them so ndenga banko je na banko bida ka nyamin ke balim boko Halifa Sallah nyul sifa like Usenu Dabo da expect dal ko pabile bo banko bon linola along banko sometimes nin ko tala fa dum tanyo kono alka ke balle kuma le ke balle to nyata sapatindi just let's take example from USA ngamin kuma le the world superpower wala Donald Trump be je boda je Joe Biden wala siata hani Usenu Dabo but to min ke ala nyasanji dan tan kono people have seen it so yalong ke ba ko ra kono ning dinno ndamal bu kamalu no nyola bal ni dunda yeg yel fatara ko ra kono at least ko do bi je kamal le kaw kay amali nyati le wala so ngamne is high time pour na nyim mol min be je fanan e value ngakali ikajafi mo hala malingo mantim hala malingo la malti but Halifa Sallah nyol sifa niok yala bakante la lefton milon bi nintenga sambo soto no Halifa I will regain this place ko like again nintenga soto no bi ninga Halifa kan nanyum ko momay because people like Halifa Sallah Sidia Jata okay bal la pro ibu halamadungo la falom fana ko lila so ni halamadungo la fa ko lila woto ikana halamadungo na faje mena Halifa na faje lale so well anyway dal I wish him all the best ala kato kele wax de gane yala because mom yala ko sañ gambelingol be vote ñina ko mala presidential sama la mi yalon ko ibe ba la fosu be kala ka bilodol sa bilodol pass so gambe be ko ma patel ni tala dunia ko in terms of development so ndeka mo dale min na ngali fa news bal mo ni that's my contribution so if you are okay well contribution bari dal dal Halifa Sallah ñol bi nga mo kakatale ni o ku yata bagala feel so bad ni o ku yata ala ko tonya ani Sidia Jala these two people I look upon them, e kumaya battle na nyin platole. So ka lose ni mo sifa la mbadi gembele lose ta. Halifa have nothing to lose. So Halifa nyol sifa politician on lebe palula le fo amgare. Ku ala bala dunia ke tala lungo men na bari ndol banku dingole ben tol min tulo bata kono. Ali bin tol lebe tata bata kilimo kono. Anu Halifa nyol dol they will get access pour kana tuba bu ni kala dal ka te jara. And stuff like that. So ndol foaro kan tol min na kelote mamute fe ndole bina price ndola ko deke so nte wala na contribution at anyway
yo baraka bake la contribution
yeah no ada sama gambe tan albaka la kampake alla nyi Spural ka fundinang kanyo sensitize kakachara because banku kolem. So doye dolon ne doye dolom doye nyino. So atoli ano nyima found life. Keep it up, you know. Wish you all good luck, you know.
Abaraka bag. From that call ala contribution o beti ara bakele bela boy hani kabi programo dal sambi mba kumfala saying ka akumfadu lambo loto hani kabi mba programo mun kan no nyawala honorable Halifa Sallah la ne sunoti kabo politiko kono gambianol iba tentula iba jela ko la minke gambianol ya ni gambia dingole at large mbokay li programme bi pour honorable Halifa Sallah la woon ko xamantene mu ngi resign from active politics waaye fu mu nekk nii dañoo wrap up rek because time bi fu mu nekk nii is up waaye ñu ngi sant di gërëm everybody ñu nekk di follow nit ñi ak ko xamantene tamit contribute na ak ñu mënta contribute waaye ñu ngi follow programme bi te dañ dee follow Birr-Gambia Show ñu ngi leen a sant di leen gërëm di leen wax ne jërë ngeen jëf. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Kuy wut fu muy fanaan ak kuy wut ku ko wétali xanaa delloo buntu gi war la naa bo kuy wut fu muy fanaan ak kuy wut ku ko wétali xanaa delloo buntu gi war la naa boole yaa Fatus Guest House tijjil na leen buntu bi ñu leen fa am ak ñaari cabinet salle yu yaaña
amal leen li nga xamante ne mooy cabinet ak salle ñu ngi leen amal AC ak fan
salle bi nag lépp li ngeen soxla am na fa sofa yu nooy ñoo fa nekk TV bank fa cabinet boo dugga lal yu nooy leen fa amal nañ leen fa AC ak li nga xam ne moom mooy fan toilette yu set wicc amal nañ leen fa kitchen microwave fridge en room bu baax dama ne teranga day mut moo taxit yaa Fatus Guest House amal leen extra kitchen lépp lu ngeen bëgg a togg mun ngeen ko toggee si gas ku kabine
kuy xalam di si jaayu nag barke bi yaay borom amal ne li nga xamante ne mooy ndox ak courant 24/7 bu leen tiit bu leen ragal bu leen xof ndax amal ne lii di CCTV caméra
seet si leen ñu si Farafenni gannaaw garage base bi Kawur highway
very clean every day am na cleaning service ratio bi amul fenn
yaa Fatus Guest House teranga àdduna bët kon nag seet si leen ñu
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.